A comment is a note that you can insert inside a cell. Like for example, when we invoice a company, or before we invoice them, we'd like to get some information about them, like who we're billing it to, street address, city, and so on. Now it's important that we get a contact person's actual name, because if we don't, after we invoice them, we want to make sure that if we need to do some collections, we have somebody that we can talk to and not just a department where everybody shifts us around and says, I don't know, talk to so-and-so. So what I'd like to do is go ahead and insert a note or a comment here that says, hey, if you're going to invoice this, make sure you get an actual name, okay? So not the name of the company. Now to insert a comment, you can either, well, first of all, select the cell that you want to insert the comment in. You can either come up here and click on the Review tab, go to the Comments group and click on New Comment, and there you go. It's a little yellow sticky note that you can just type in your comment, which is below my name. Now if you're like, hey, wait a second, how did you get your name in there? If you recall in an earlier training video, we learned how to customize or personalize our copy of Office by saying, okay, I want my name to be able to come up in comments or when we share our workbooks with other people, that when I make a change, they know who made the change. In any case, to personalize it, let me click off in a blank area, hit undo, click on the File tab, go down to Options. The General tab is selected by default, and there you go. Personalize your copy of Microsoft Office. It doesn't say Excel, because what you personalize here, what you add here, affects all the other Office programs that you have installed on your computer. So if I update it here, and I've got Word, I've got Access, I've got PowerPoint, it'll update the username to my name here. Okay, so go ahead and type it in, click Okie dokie. So when you add a comment, like I said, select the cell, come up here on the Review tab, click on New Comment, or you can right-click on the cell, and you get the Insert Comment option as well. And there you go, there's your name. So go ahead and type in a comment, and we'll say, okay, notice that when I keep typing, it just scrolls through the text so it fits in the window. So if I want to go ahead and read what's back up at the top of this sticky note, I can use my up arrow key until I get to the top and use the down arrow key to go down to the bottom. Or with the resizing handles that you can see around the sticky note, just hover over one of those until you can see arrows pointing in opposite directions. Then click and drag to stretch it out until you can see everything there. Cool. Now it's not going to get in the way. That is, that when you click off in a blank area, you can see that in its place you get this little red triangle. That means there's a note tied to that cell. That when you hover over anywhere within that cell, and if I select the cell, you can see it goes from all the way over from B to C, that it'll actually pop open the comment and I can read it. Oh, that's nice. So it's not in the way when I'm done, except when I hover over and then hover off, hover over, hover off. Let's see, let's add another comment. So I can show you additional options that tie to the comments here. Let's right click, go down to Insert Comment. Now the customer ID, we can look that up. There you go. You want to look up the customer ID in the database that we have on the server called ClientDB. So when I click off, I've got two comments here, and you can toggle through the comments. I mean, of course, you can hover over it to pop it open, or you can come up here on the Review tab, click Next, and it goes to the next comment, click Next, and when it gets to the end, it says, okay, we're done searching throughout the entire workbook. Do you want to continue reviewing from the beginning? Say okay, so it goes to the beginning. We go next, and you can go previous, then next, and then you get the other options. You can edit the comment that you have selected here, and then it just dumps the cursor down below inside the comment, and then you can go ahead and make changes there. When you're done, you can click outside of it. So next, previous, we're reviewing. It finished reaching the end of the workbook, click Okie dokie. You can also delete it and it's gone, or let me undo that. And you can right click on it and get the options to edit the comment, delete the comment, even show hide the comment, meaning that when I click on it, it shows it even when I click off in a blank area, and it'll keep it up like that until I come back and right click on it and say, okay, now let's hide it. If I want to show all the comments, then I can come up here on the Review tab to the Comments group, click on Show All Comments. There you go. Now, is it going to print off like this when they're up here being displayed? Or can it also print if we go ahead and just deselect Show All Comments? Well, it's a good point, because there are times when I'd just like to print this off without having the comments being seen, because those notes are for me only. And there may be times where I'm working on something that I want to share those comments with everybody else. So the best way to find out is to come up here, click on the File tab, go down to Print, and what you see over here in the preview window is what's going to come out of your printer. Now you can see there are no comments there, so if I go back and I say Show All Comments, and I go to File, down to Print, it's not showing it. If I want to show them here, Then I want to come down here and click on the page setup link. Go ahead and click on the sheet tab. Let me click and drag the title bar so I can move the window over. If you want to print comments, it's set to none. We can say either at the end of the sheet or as displayed on the sheet. Let's do as displayed. Click okie dokie, and there you go. Of course, this one's cut off here because it only prints so much. I may want to click back, and as it's seen on the sheet, select the comment, and I can hover over the border of the comment till I can see a four-way arrow. That means it's in move mode. When I click and drag, I can move it up, down, left, or right. Click and drag this over, put it right there. The arrow's still pointing to the cell here. Let's click on File, go down to Print, and there we go. That looks good. How about, let me click on Page Setup if I want the comments, not where they're at, but at the end of the sheet, and click okie dokie. So instead of having one page, let's go to page 2, and let's click on the Zoom to Page feature. There you go. It tells you what cell it's in. The comment was made by me, and then the actual text within the comment, which is pretty cool if you don't want to cover up because you got so much information going back on page 1 that the comments may be hiding up the invoice, the date, customer ID, and so on. Let's go ahead and click on Page Setup, go back to the Sheet tab, and say None. Click okie dokie. And then we can go ahead and click to zoom out. I don't see any comments here. We can go ahead and go back. And then finally, if you want to go ahead and format the comment, that could be fun. Go ahead and right-click on the border of the comment, go down to Format Comment, and you get a lot of pretty options here. Let's see, you can do the font, change that, alignment, colors and lines. So the fill color, the default is that yellow, typical sticky note color. We could do that. We can do fill effects. Let's go down to fill effects. You can get gradient, texture, ooh, even a picture. Let's select a picture. Let's see, we can browse from file or go online. Let's do that ghost theme again here. I'm going to type in ghost because, you know, I just love running with that. It's spooky, it's fun. Click on insert, there's the ghost. Oh man, he's pretty stretched there, but when I click okie dokie, now isn't that cool? So you can actually format the comments. Let me go ahead and select and deselect show all, so when I hover over it, hey, he's pretty spooky. Let's go ahead and right click to edit the comment, drag him down here, and there you go. Thanks for watching. Hey, as a quick reminder, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also click on me and subscribe to my channel to get notified of the latest videos. And for great specials on my products, please see the description below this video.